no! Our caravel was destroyed after being bombarded by an enemy submarine. Right, quick, retreat! I can't fight that. That's too much for us. We do actually have a great scientist who's just appeared there, so let's just pop him quickly. There we go, we've antiquity sites all discovered now. I'm just going to be building a load of the archaeologists just to get ourselves all those out, because my god, that is a lot of stuff. And archaeologists are really cheap actually. Universities have got to be built first. Well, I better build a university or two then. Otherwise, yeah, the war continues. Once Cusco falls, I'm going to take Mashi. But other than that, I'm not going to push too much further. This city, I don't think has anything I want in it. I'll double check once I've taken the two, but I think it's just these two I want. I don't want to eliminate Incans out of the game because then everyone will really hate me. And I want to keep the Incans with cities so I can drop great musicians in them. But, you know, I'm thinking this through. Definitely thinking this through here. Here we go. Patience paid off. And with our great general sort of now in the area, our injured cavalry can walk straight into Cusco. Biology is ours. Let's have a look and see what we've won. Borobudur, Broadway, Globe Theatre, Great Library, Great Mosque, Great Wall, Hanging Gardens, Himji Castle, Molosseum of Argas, Notre Dame, Taj Mahal. That, I think, is every single wonder they had except from one. Yeah, except from one. And I think, from memory, that's the Colossus. Yeah, it is. That you can see it just outside Mashi. So you know what? We don't actually need to go after the Incans now. We've done our bit. This is a tourism victory we're going for. Don't forget. So now that we've got that, once we'll puppet it. It's going to take 5 turns of resistance. That's not so bad, really, is it? We're actually going to stop buying great musicians for a little bit as well, because I want to start eliminating the religion from the Incan lands. In fact, I can start doing that now. Get a missionary, and then followed by a inquisitor, or the other way around. You know which way around I mean. Inquisitor and then a missionary. We'll start eliminating their religion from our cities. I'll see if I can get a peace deal. Is it not time we ended this war? Yes. Yes, it is. Give me literally all of your stuff. In fact, actually, I kind of... No, I don't want any of your other stuff, to be honest. Your other stuff smells. Yeah, go on, man. I'll take that deal. I've got your big cities. I'm happy again. I'm making money. It's only 5 turns of resistance. I mean, it's all right. And refrigeration. Here we go. 6 turns away from refrigeration. I can start building hotels. And that, hopefully, is going to be me on the way to winning a game. I'm just going to go and fortify all my units. These units are now going to be, unfortunately, useless for me. Now that I've got them. Literally no need for them anymore. Here we go, Greek musician, come over to Incan lands. Yeah, the Incans are not going to let me do that. Yeah, fine. I mean, who was the other one? Polynesia are the other problem, so why don't you... Actually, just consume a great work for now. Build up our tourism. We'll get a great musician soon. And what I'm going to do as well is I'm going to go just to all my cities and just make sure that we are working all of our artistic specialists, because we want to really be pumping out stuff now. And this is sort of the end game. End game is sort of coming in now. Fingers crossed. Oh look, Incans have denounced me. Very well. I wonder what spurred them into doing that. You know? Oh, revolution. Oh, Incans have literally they've thrown out their leader to become freedom. We're now going to be influential with them in 55 turns. You see? Look. It's all starting to come round. You just wait until I get hotels. That's going to really start shooting this in my direction. Right. Let's see if this religion go away will work. Remove heresy. Haha! Off with you. Oh yeah, it worked. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Right. Well, Inquisitor, you need to head over to Cusco. I think Cusco might be a little bit trickier to remove it from, but I'm pleasantly surprised with how that went. Just spread our religion a little bit further. We're actually going to as well just save up our gold a little bit, but I'll buy a courthouse in the cities super quickly as well, and we'll start putting great works in them. You can see I finished the iron works, which is good. I'm building archaeologists absolutely everywhere I can. International games and cultural heritage sites. Actually, world wonders, I really want to vote that up now, so we're going to vote both of them up like that. That'll be me game 1, I think, if I get those ones done. Constantinople no longer has any trade routes with city-states, so that's fine. I'll switch you to Adrianople. That seems to be the next best place to do it. Archaeologists, yeah, you know what to do. You know what to do. Just go find a dig site and dig it up. Oh, both pass. Cultural heritage sites and international games. That's pretty good. That means we're going to be getting tons more culture, which will very quickly translate into more tourism. I'm going to put everywhere on international games. First of all, broadcast towers, I know that's important. I know archaeologists are important. But honestly, if we get international games and we do that, that's double tourism, certainly in the short run. Our new city, I'm going to annex you quickly, which is going to make me deeply unhappy, but I can come in and buy a courthouse, which I can't because I've just realised I've got less than 600, which is a little bit annoying. Sorry, cavalry, I'm going to delete one of you. There we go. Perfect. Courthouse. Happy again. Good. Good. Cathedral purchased. Madrasa purchased. We'll start purchasing all the other stuff very soon. Cusco. Let's just see if this works. Remove heresy. I think it's going to be a tough one to keep our followers on that religion. But, you know, we'll spread a little bit to it. Perfect. Here we go. Our tourism is starting to rise again now. Incans, we're starting to... Oh, wow, actually, Incans are influential in a lot of turns. That's we're going to have to really boost our culture up a little bit first. Historical landmarks, that's pretty good. World religion, world ideology, we're going to go freedom. Let's do that, because that'll really push people into loving what we do. We're starting to build our archaeological digs now. As long as we've got tourism slots, we're going to keep picking those up. They do everything for me. But you can start burning them in the No Quitters mod to produce a ton of culture, which is a really good thing, actually. It'll help me get some of these cultural policies. Oh, the Zulus have become influenced by us. Oh, I'm very sorry about that, Zulus. Although I'm not at all. So that's... Is it going to tick over? I don't think it's sort of ticked over just yet. I'm hoping now as well. Refrigeration. Here we go. Perfect. So, Cusco. Cusco I can now annex because it's no longer doing anything stupid. Look at this. 148 tourism, 500 culture per turn. This place is getting me 223 culture per turn. That is crazy levels. Build me a courthouse first, and then you can build me a hotel. Once we've got a hotel, Cusco is going to be the most amazing city for me. Just like genuinely brilliant. International games up as well. Cusco, actually, while you're at it, I'm just going to give you a couple of extras. So you can have a cathedral, and you can have a madrasa as well. Perfect. All these buildings. God, I love Byzantium. They're really good. Okay, so hotels, that was the first one we wanted to go for, which is good. The next one we want is radar, because that one will push us towards airports, which gets us more tourism. Not that I think we will need to get that far. We've been given 2 new musketeer units, again. Not that we need those. We've actually got a ton more gold than I thought we would as well. Literacy, we're still in second. Actually, we're catching up on all this sort of stuff. So, just quickly, Cusco, you don't even need to build a courthouse. Don't even need to. I will purchase one. There you go. Nice and happy for me now. What are you working, Cusco? No, just like random tiles? Yeah, probably. I mean, it's a good city, this. Gold focus? No. What are you doing on gold focus? Jesus. No idea what they're doing. International Games is 50% completed, and I've already won medals. The silver award. I'm hoping I'm going to win this, but Germany got really close last time. So, you know, I'm never entirely sure. What? Oh, fine. Come on, you want 1 horse. They wanted 1 horse. Yeah, squeeze the value from that deal. So, the term before, I had 162 tourism. Cusco has just built a hotel, which means we're now on 199. Constantinople now has one, which means I'm on 223. Next turn, fingers crossed, I'll win the international games. So this is going to start shooting up. Just wait, and I'll show you next turn what that looks like. But I have a feeling this is going to be really good. Yay! Germany weren't as close this time. Here we go. We've won, which means we're going to be able to do a bunch of things. First of all, let's go into freedom because there's a couple of policies here. +2 culture and +2 tourism. from each great work. I thank you very much. And double tourism, which means we've now got 754 tourism, which means in the Incas 9 turns, Germany 1 turn, Netherlands 4, Polynesia 19 turns actually. We need to send a couple of diplomats here. So we've got Polynesia, we've got the Netherlands, we've got Inca, and we've got Germany. So I'm just going to move my people around a little bit just to create diplomats. Because actually that would very nicely, this is the diplomat, here we go, that will boost up the sort of tourism spread pretty quickly. Actually, I'm just taking a look around the cities that I can see. Look at all these Netherlands cities. 33 population, 29, 27, aeroplanes, polders going. I mean, the Netherlands have done well. This is a really prosperous little island here. I mean, it's not as prosperous as my cities, but, you know, it's still pretty good. Just turn those yields off. They're bloody annoying now, aren't they? I mean, yeah, we've done all right, haven't we? I've enjoyed this game. I've enjoyed this game massively. Start building hotels everywhere now, just to really rub it in. Really rub the fact that I'm winning in just by building hotels everywhere. There we go. Just nowhere should be without. And then actually you can just be purchasing archaeologists. How much do they cost these days? 320. Oh, that's nothing. Perfect. So I'm at the point now where I've almost won. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start burning things like this. It's cultural renaissance. Perfect. Look at that. Just like gives me a 3 social policy in one go. I'm almost at the bottom of the freedom tree, which is really, really, really good. Plus 2 spies as well. That's really useful. Send a couple more diplomats around. But once we get to, I think, tier 3 of freedom, I'll show you. Like, you get some really, really good policies for helping to spread tourism and that sort of thing. It's really, really good. Germany wants to put through historical landmarks. That's pretty good. But world ideology, freedom, that's going to pretty much cement this win for me. I'm actually also running out of places that I can go and dig stuff up. I've kind of I've dug up most of the stuff. Yeah, Germany's ones. Germany are pretty much letting me just run in and dig up their stuff, which is quite nice of them. You can see, look, we've only got the Incans now, 5 turns. Polynesia is the big one, 16 turns. I don't know if I can wait that long, but the diplomats next are going to be sort of arriving next turn, which is pretty good. Historical landmarks passes, ideology passes. It's all going up. It's all going up my way now. Cultural victory, look. Revolutionary wave for Germany, minus 52 happiness because they're so desperate to be on like board with freedom. That's ridiculous. Even Polynesia and the Netherlands are beginning to succumb to it now, which is pretty cool. Actually, my diplomats have probably kicked in by now, haven't they? What are they doing? Still making introductions. My God, how many introductions have they got to make? Jesus, that's ridiculous. Never mind. Let's put through Ursa-Ryanism as the world religion, just to really rub in the fact that I'm in charge. Why not? 839 tourism now. Here we go. Polynesia. I've got the diplomat coming in. Propaganda from diplomat. 9 turns. I'm going to switch one of my trade routes probably to go through them as well. That would make a difference. Observatories. I mean, I have all these like little buildings that I can get that would technically help. Let's get a monument. Yeah, why not? Let's build a monument. That'll help. Oh God, it's that stage of the game really where it's just like, what do you want to do? What would you like to do? You know, even though I'm clearly going to win, the Incans are still a pretty formidable empire. I mean, in terms of population, they're probably still rivaling mine. I didn't notice these little places. Do you see? Look at this little settle from the Incans down on this South Cape. That's a real like finger up to Genghis Khan, really, isn't it? Oh dear, they don't play by no rules. Oh, is that a great engineer? Oh, that is a great engineer. I think I'm going to treat myself to a wonder then. Worker, what are you doing? Go off and do something. He reckons he can't do a thing. I mean, I think he's probably just not looking hard enough. Statue of Liberty, this is a good one. 1 social policy, plus 5 population in the city. Go on then. I mean, it's just an amazing wonder, that one. Like, really, really good. Here we go. +1 social policy and another great engineer. Oh my god, it's like, how many wonders do they want to give me? That's ridiculous. Why don't we go for Big Ben? Yeah, why not? We'll make it, we'll get really homely over here. You know, proper London wonders going on. Freedom, again, population 2. This one's pretty good. 12 influence for every known city-state whenever a great person is born. But we're going to go for great points in all cities, just to really just rush through the end of this game. Broadcast towers are being built everywhere. Opera houses are being built everywhere. I mean, it's just, like... Oh, I love this stage of the game. When you know you've done well and you've kind of earned it, you don't feel so bad about just sort of sitting here and letting it all happen. Double Wonder, Big Ben and Forbidden Palace. Not that they really do anything for me these days. Oh, actually, no, that's a lie. I'm now at 1,000 tourism. Ah, good. And actually, here we go, level 3. It means I can go for this one. Amphitheatres, opera houses, museums and broadcast towers each increase city tourism output by 15%. 1,221 tourism now. And it's only 1806. I'd like to point that out. I think I'm doing quite well on this game. You know, like, not too bad. Hermitage. Actually, you know what? I could just rush those through. Varna and Ohrid. Varna is building one. Ohrid is not. Opera house. You know what? I'm just going to rush it through because I could just make this ridiculous now by going Constantinople, add to queue, Hermitage. I want you to build a Hermitage for me. That'll really make it ridiculous. That's what I like to see. The one that we really had trouble with, Incans, influential. In fact, we've already gone 8% over just in one turn. That is so ridiculous. Polynesia are now officially 2 turns away. You know what? Let's play the end of this live. There's no point skipping anymore, is there? It's quite clear. It has been queer. It's been queer. It's been very clear for a little while now that this game was sort of wrapped up nicely. What do you guys think of the No Quitters mod? I really like it. It really improves other things. I mean, I've never had a game before where I started Piety and felt like I wasn't going to lose. Do you know what I mean? Like before, if you go tradition, you've won. If you go liberty and you play well, you can probably get away with it. But really, you've got to go tradition. I like the fact that we've done that. Oh, Germany have gone to 12 Incans. Oh, just a late game, you know, middle finger up. Oh, they're going after Mogadishu. They're going to liberate Mogadishu. You know what, Germany? I approve of this quest. I massively approve of this quest. Cities they like to visit, me. Essentially, you know, like even my 7th city is better than Honolulu. Who would even want to go to Honolulu when all my cities are here, you know? Like, just what's the point? I've enjoyed this game. I've really enjoyed it. I mean, Cusco is almost a better city than my capital. I am sort of quite aware of that. Just sort of, it's that unspoken thing, you know? Like, I don't want to bring it up, but it's better than any of the cities that I've produced myself. Oh, we're not going to be able to finish the Hermitage. That's sad. But yeah, I've really enjoyed this game. It's been good fun. If we were struggling on tourism right now, not that we are, it's hilarious how little we're struggling, but we're a couple of techs of getting airports. Once I've got airports, I'd go for telecommunications, which has got the National Visitor Centre, and after that the internet, which doubles tourism. But I just didn't need any of those things. We've won 18-12. I mean, that's pretty good, right? That's pretty good. I mean, I've actually caught up on literacy. Look at that. I'm now ahead in literacy. How did that happen? Augustus Caesar, that's always a good sign. When you've got Augustus Caesar, you know the game at least thinks you've done quite well. Let's have a look at the replays and look at the map. The map is my favourite. You ready? Let's have a look. So here we are, over there, in the blue. So who settles first? That's the question. I reckon it is... Oh, it's the Incans, I think. Is it Incans? Yeah. Oh, no, actually. Yeah, Incans and then Genghis Khan. Do you see? Yeah, I think it's the Incans and then Genghis Khan. So they settle out first. Everyone settled out. They've settled... Oh, my God. Netherlands and Polynesia are... Oh, there's my religion started. It gives me those 3 cities. You can see the Iroquois just choose to settle right in the middle of those 2 superpowers. I mean, I'm keeping to myself quite a lot at this point. You know, I can kind of get away with it. But the Incans already have got a strong 4-city start. And look, like there's my 3. The barrier cities come through. You can see Genghis Khan's got a fairly decent empire. The Netherlands have gone for a really wild settle. Incans, here they go. They're really starting to expand now. They've taken that from the Iroquois. The Iroquois are going to lose their cities very shortly as well. Just all these random settles from the Incans. I love it. It's really cool. Oh, the Netherlands actually lost that city to the Zulus. That's probably fair. Oh, there we go. Germany's now taking over these cities. They've all gone. Germany had a decently sized empire, actually, at the end of the game. There we go. And here's my 2 cities. And from that point, the Incans had lost. There was no point going in after any of the other Incan cities. We'd won the game. Ah, that's really good. And in graphs, we can just see score. You can actually, I was not winning the score for a long time. Like, for a long time of the game, you can see how far the Incans were out in front. But it's when I take over the city, you can see me jump up, and I'm clearly winning on score by the end of the game. Culture per turn, again, I was doing alright on culture per turn, but the Incans were fairly high. You could see Polynesia are up here, giving me a real pain in the ass. What other things would be good? Number of known techs. You can see that, I mean, I was just sort of mid-table for a lot of that, although right at the end, for some reason, I jump up. I'm not entirely sure why that's a thing. Policies, I was ahead of. Population is an interesting one. Yeah, look, I was very much bottom of the table for a long period of that game. Very long period of that game. The Iroquois, they drop down to the bottom. The Incans take a bit of a hit, but actually I'm still barely below me. I mean, I'm happy with how that went. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. I think we will play some more Civ, but seeing as Civ's an old game now, I'm going to put on a couple of really cool big games, you know, have some fun with it. See if I can do that sort of thing. But I've also got a couple of other things in the pipeline, which is really good. More multiplayer stuff coming through, more other stuff, which I'm looking forward to. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it. And until next time, I'll see you later. Bye!